And Brazil's highly contested presidential election is heading to a runoff. The country's right-wing incumbent president, Jair Bolsonaro, received a last-minute surge in support on Sunday, dashing the hopes of a quick resolution to the election.
Bruna Santos is a senior advisor for the Brazil Institute at the Woodrow Wilson Center. She joins us now for more on this. Bruna, welcome.
So, the polls, you can never believe them in this country. It seems like the same is true in Brazil. There's this late surge for Bolsonaro. He had been trailing. How do you read the situation?
Well, thank you. Good afternoon, Lila, Tony. Well, last night, it was a very unique election in Brazilian history. It was a high-stakes contest with serious ramifications in Brazil and in the world. And as we saw, Lula won, but not by enough to avoid a runoff. Lula finished with 48% and Bolsonaro 43%. And it surprised us because it is much more than the average polls were showing us until then. What we see is that in the polls, many talked about some sort of hidden vote or embarrassed vote that pollsters weren't picking up because people were somehow self-conscious of supporting either one of the candidates. And the truth is, Bolsonaro performed better in all of the 27 states in Brazil than what some of the biggest polls had predicted a day before. So yesterday, he also suggested the possibility of fraud still because he was expected to have more in the results. And Lula was slightly better than the polls were showing in states, for example, like Minas Gerais, where we see an electoral college that is considered very representative of the universe of the Brazilian voters.
It was surprising, to see that Bolsonaro did so well because, his strategy in a way had been to inject so much doubt into the validity of the vote, of the polls, and yet he did so well by any standards. I'm just curious, what are the priorities for voters in Brazil? What do they want to hear and see from their next president? These are two, they couldn't be further from each other. And I think, coming up into the next election, they're going to have to bring in those middle ground or centrist candidates and their support to gain the majority of the vote. What do people want to hear?
Yeah, this is, as I said, a very unique election in Brazil. We have, it's somehow an election where people ask themselves, who deserves a second chance to govern Brazil? We've lived under Lula, we've lived under Bolsonaro. And it seems like the spirit of voters yesterday was like choosing their least worst option. There is an anti-Lula movement, which is increasing. There is an anti-Bolsonaro movement as well. And it also, Bolsonaro's performance could also result of a certain improvement in the economic scenario in Brazil, which is very important to people. Last month in August, actually, we saw around 278,000 new jobs in the formal economy being created, and also the inflation falling because of a reduction in taxes and oil prices. So those are very important themes for the electorate. But it's important to note that Bolsonarism as a movement won the first round of this election in Brazil. They elected governors out of 12, elected yesterday, 8 were supported by Bolsonaro, and also 14 supporters in the Senate. So the cultural conservatives that Bolsonaro praised is getting stronger in a movement that is resonating in the country. Bolsonarismo had many triumphs in this election, both in Congress, Senate, and governorship. So we have to pay attention to that in the next the roundoff.
So many parallels with the way things are going in the midterms in the U.S. as well. Bruna Santos, thank you so much. We'll stay tuned for the election coming up on October 30th. Thank you.